just want to talk a little bit about the result yesterday, England-Iceland. To anybody that will listen to me, really. First of all, absolutely gutted about the result. I think on the balance of play, it was deserved that we lost. Yeah, pull out on me, you prick. Probably a fair result that we lost. They played far better than we did. We were shit. We were lethargic, tired, if there's a difference. Just genuinely not interested. Just no performances. Nobody stepped up to the plate really last night, and it paid with the result. Take nothing away from Iceland. They played really well. I thought they did what they had to do. They set up the stall early on, and although we got that early goal, they came back at us and they attacked us. They knew they had to, and got the result. Is it embarrassing to lose to Iceland? I don't know. If you look at the fact that they've, in qualifying they beat Holland twice. That's no mean feat really. I think they're ranked 30 something in the world as well. They're only 20 places behind us. In international football, that's not a massive gap. I think Iceland 15-20 years ago would have been embarrassing, but in the past 15 years or so, the KSI, the Icelandic Football Federation, has invested heavily into their training and their facilities. So they've improved as a nation over the past few years, and it's proved, I think, in the way that the team's come on in the past decade or so. Yeah, granted, we should have been beating them. We should have been beating them quite easily, really, with the skill that we had. And I genuinely thought before the tournament that we could do it. We could do this. Our players are good enough. And although we had a few players that were a little bit inexperienced in terms of tournament football, they're still experienced in the Premier League. Dele Alli's only had one season in the Premier League, but we still had top players who have performed in one of the best leagues in the world, if not the best. Although I'm biased in saying that, I suppose. It's probably the year of the underdog, isn't it? Iceland, they've done that. They beat Holland twice in qualifying. Portugal couldn't beat them. Obviously Ronaldo come out and said they've got a small mentality, but they've got to play like that, haven't they? They're not exactly going to be attacking teams and having massive possession. So that's how they have to play, and they're getting results, I suppose. I suppose they've done a Leicester, in a way. Leicester's obviously year of the underdog for them. Darmstadt in the Bundesliga, those written off that they'd be relegated, beat all the odds, survived. Braga winning the Portuguese Cup for the first time in 50 years or 50 something years. That was unexpected. It's the year for it, it seems, and what's to say Iceland can't do France over the next round. But last night, I'm quite upset. I'm a massive fan of England. I'll always watch the games. I even go to some of them, my flag on and all that sort of jazz. My shirt. I watched last night with a beer in front of the telly. Just expecting something better than that. Expecting something better than what we were treated to, and we were treated to utter shite. It was embarrassing at times. As I said, it's not. I wouldn't say it's a huge embarrassment losing to Iceland, although we should have beat them. I think the performance was embarrassing more than anything else. And I said it before they got through to the next round. I am rooting for Wales. I like what they're doing. Obviously, I weren't rooting for them when we played them. But all the hopes are on Wales now to do it for the home nations. and it shouldn't have been. We should have beat Iceland, I think, with the players that we have. But it was shambolic. The mistakes all over the pitch. Personally, obviously Voy's gone now. I like Voy. I think he's a nice bloke from what I've seen. But I'm not sure he was the man to take us forward, to be honest with you. Finishing top of the qualifying, 10 wins out of 10, but other than Switzerland, who posed us a bit of a threat when we played against them, there was no real quality in that group, and I think the figures were a little bit skewed because of that. We didn't really play any top opposition in qualifying. Iceland, on the other hand, did. And I think there was also Turkey in their group as well, who made it through to the tournament itself. Obviously didn't do too well, but we had no real testers in qualifying. Roy, as I say, I'm kind of glad he's gone. I don't think he was England manager material, to be honest with you. So I said the same about Capello as well before, when he was in charge. Capello was, again, he seemed like a nice bloke, but I'm not sure that he was the geezer to manage the team. So we're looking for someone else now. I reckon it's going to be Southgate. I don't know how I think about that. Get Pearce in, I say. Get Stuart Pearce. You ain't going to fuck about with him, are you? You're going to give your all for him. Southgate, I don't know. But hey, no doubt the FA jump into a quick decision again, like they normally do, and make the wrong decision at that. There ain't a fact else to say about it, really. I know that there's going to be millions of other people gutted about the result last night, and at the end of the match, I was just in shock. I was in shock. Just looking at the scoreline, this can't be it. I mean, our brightest player was Rashford. He was on the pitch for about 30 seconds or something stupid. 4 minutes, I think. So it reminds me of 2006, I think it was, taking Walcott to the World Cup, and he never played. It was like a similar thing with Rashford, really. We could have took somebody else. But yeah, we did alright, I suppose, when he come on. So that's part of it. I thought things were good for this tournament coming in. I did think that was good. I thought our chances were good, and as usual we've faltered. I mean, we only beat one team, Wales, and people will always say, "Oh, we scored in the last minute against them." This and that. Who gives a shit when we scored? The fact is, we scored. We beat them. We beat them during the time that was allocated for the game. So who gives a shit if it was the first minute or 91st? You know what I mean? So. But even then, Wales were fighting against us. It seems that the smaller teams, no disrespect to Wales, but it seems that the smaller teams always fight against us. I don't know why. It's like to get one up on the English, I suppose. But yeah, it's a shame. I'll still watch the rest of the tournament with interest. Spain have obviously been dumped out. They were quite big favourites as well. It would have been nice before France come back against Ireland to have an England-Ireland quarter, but that wasn't to be either, was it? It's a shame for Ireland, but Wales flying the flag for the UK. So that's it then. Just as disappointed there's millions of other English people out there, not least with the results. I thought we played really well in the group stages. I thought although the results didn't go in our favour, I thought group stage we played some really good stuff. We looked really good and sharp, but the problem is I don't think Roy had his best team and system worked out, and he should have done that long before. And I think that was our downfall in the tournament. But yeah, there's always World Cup qualifying under Southgate, it seems, according to the bookies. So. I don't know what to say. I'm lost for words with this match last night. Lost for words. So, but anyway, you got to give credit to Iceland where it's due. They played well and did what they had to do and got the result. So anyway, interesting to hear what everybody else thinks about it. I know you're all going to say England is shit, this, that, and the other. I don't think England is shit. I think we played shit. and possibly didn't have the best tactics coming into the tournament and best systems worked out. But in terms of the actual players, the quality of players is not in doubt. But obviously we played shit. So it'll be interesting what people think. So peace out.